Let's share this thing.
There we go.
Share this thing. Share this thing. Welcome to the show today. My name is David, and this is
Jeff.
And we're going to talk about whatever we feel like. But particular today, we have a couple of stories. A couple, 2, 3, maybe more.
Definitely
We
more.
might be talking about a war again. There's something going on. I don't know if it's a war anymore.
It's not. He said it wasn't a war. We're just in a
Transitional phase of governments.
ceasefire. That's what he said it was. It was a ceasefire where we still shoot at their ships and they still shoot at ours.
The judges resigned.
Yeah.
Several, actually.
Hallelujah. More should.
Something happened in Virginia. Who knows what? And then we are bringing back the corner of science.
We
where
are.
It's 90 degrees and it's nice and toasty.
Correct. And here tonight it is anyway.
And it's not too bad. All right. First judge. Now, the one is particularly related to us because where we live in Utah. But a Utah judge resigned.
Supreme Court judge.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. You want to tell us a little bit about what she been doing?
She's
been doing?
She was one of the judges that ruled on the stupid redistricting in Utah and said, no, you can't do it the way the state wants to do it. You have to do it the way us judges want to do it. And she then made it so that we now, instead of having 5 Republican districts, we have 4 Republican districts and 1 Democrat district. She, at the time, the attorney arguing in front of her for the redistricting, the allegation is that she and he were having an affair, and it may have changed the outcome of how she voted.
May have.
Well, it's allegations. So,
All right,
when she resigned, our lovely morons here in Utah said, oh, well, she's resigned. We're going to drop the investigation to find out if it affected it. And so the investigation has ceased into her ethics or lack thereof. And, so.
I would be somewhat okay with it if they also dropped the new map that they were required to have and went back to the old one.
Correct. But they're not.
Yeah. I think there might be someone pushing to redo it because I've seen a push.
Well, there's a push to redo it, but anyhow, it's crazy.
It is crazy. But that's not the only judge that
she resigned. Correct.
This other judge resigned.
First ever LGBTQ
so
plus
happy.
MMP
Not
blah,
only-
blah, 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 blah.
But
Judge.
not only did she resign,
Yes.
she agreed to a lifetime ban from
And-
the bench.
Right. Yep.
Which is, yes. So we need to, it sounds like, at least it seems like from my perspective, that judges, if they have dirt in their closet or skeletons, that if you try to bring them out, you might be able to get them to leave.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great way to get rid of them.
That's a cheap way.
It is a cheap
I
way.
love the last sentence of that story. She can still officiate at weddings as long as she doesn't wear a robe or mention she was ever a judge.
Correct. That's beautiful.
It's
Justice is slow. I mean, we got one judge arrested in Minnesota, right?
yes.
Yeah, she got convicted too. I'm pretty
She
sure.
did get convicted. Correct.
Then we got 2 resign. It's slow progress,
It's very slow.
but you got to win. You got to
Couple of
celebrate
them.
the wins, right?
Yep.
Got to celebrate the wins.
This lady was just insane. She
100% insane.
had a lawyer before her, and she didn't like the way she was talking.
So she had him arrested.
She had the lawyer handcuffed and placed in the jury box until she agreed to act the way the judge wanted her to, which is just, and that's why,
Lifetime ban is not enough, but I'm happy that she's not on the court anymore.
correct. We need to get rid of all the DEI judges.
I think we should just get rid of all judges and just replace them all. That might be, I mean, there's some good ones, but, at some point, just clear them all out.
Yeah. I don't know what you'd replace them with right now, but
Robots.
Well, there is an argument for an AI judge, but
No. There'd be so much.
I know.
If you have any intellect at all, you could get it to fake things. I mean,
Yes.
the amount of lawsuits
Yep.
with fake cases,
would be just through the roof.
it's just insane.
Yes, it is.
Because the amount of high cost attorneys pumping them out
Yep.
is insane. So our next story is about Virginia. Guess what? What happened to the redistricting?
Well, a lower court judge stated that the redistricting, the way they did it, was unconstitutional to the Virginia Constitution. And of course, the lovely people in charge of the government there immediately appealed to the state Supreme Court.
Yes.
And the state
what did they
Supreme Court
say?
said,
What did they say?
hey, the lower George was entirely correct. And not only did you violate this, you violated that, you violated this, and it was the vote was null and void.
Yes. So the map's gone.
The map's gone.
Now, to add on to the hilarity of the Virginia Democrats spending $70 million on this and it absolutely going nowhere, you got their response, and they're trying to appeal it to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
What's
Supreme Court won't
funny
hear it.
about that is they spelled Virginia wrong in the appeal.
I didn't see that. That's hilarious.
And they spelled one other thing wrong. Well, they spelled something else wrong, too. Oh, where was it? Senator. They spelled senator wrong.
Holy moly, they did. Good Lord.
I think
So-
the Attorney General of Virginia should resign in disgrace at this point.
They can't even do a spell check.
No, they didn't.
That's horrific because both of those spellings would have been marked.
Well, it's not like it's halfway through the document.
Right.
That the
It's at
spelling's
the very
wrong.
beginning. Yeah. And it probably is halfway through
Well,
the
there's
document.
probably some more. Yeah, you're right.
But they pointed just out the top because it's so egregious. That is insane.
Almost as bad as fake cases getting put into
Yeah.
your
Well,
lawsuits.
you got to remember who the Attorney General is. He wished death upon his opponents and
Yes.
their children.
Yes.
That the opponents would see their children die in front of them.
So they would maybe change their ways.
Yeah. So this so-called Attorney General there is a I don't want to say it.
Well, terrible person.
Terrible person.
Evil might be. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say.
Anybody who's for abortion is evil.
Yeah, evil's. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a big news story. Is this other one? It's tech news a little bit. We're techie people. We like that kind of stuff. There's this massive hack. I don't know. Did you hear about it?
Mm-hmm. Canvas.
Canvas, which
Yep.
it's used in Utah, but it's used all over
Right.
the country, was taken over. Not just hacked. It's not like they got in there and took information and then we're done.
Yeah.
They took it over
Right.
so that no one can get into it.
And it's not the only one that's popped up lately of not Canvas, but there's other ones.
Yeah. Do you know what my thoughts are on that?
And there's other things here, but the way this one was hacked was amazing to me.
Tell me about it. I didn't actually know. I don't know how it happened.
Was
it social engineering?
They signed up for a free for teacher account. And because it gave them access to a lot of the APIs and all this underlying stuff, they were able to use it to leverage and get all the data.
Do you know what I think happened? And I think this is going to happen more often. People are starting to vibe code security.
Oh, yeah.
And
we've
because of
talked
that,
about
they
that.
leave things open that
Yeah.
they're not aware of
Yeah.
because they don't know what the heck they're doing.
Yeah, we talked
Another
about that.
hilarious story that I didn't put up that's related to that is Coinbase. You know, Coinbase is huge
Absolutely.
company.
Yep.
They decided to lay off a huge amount of their employees. What they did is they laid off their dev team and specifically said they were going to have non-technical people vibe code their software.
Yep.
And then their services were down.
Yep.
It's almost like you do need to know how to write code.
DigiCert was hacked this week.
What's that?
The largest cert generator
Explain what a cert is to the
on
people
on the
that are-
internet.
Okay. What's a cert?
So when you get to a web page, and at the top of the web page,
HTTPS.
it's
Has
HTTPS.
the
It has to have a certificate that gives it. It says it's this site. That's what the certificate says, and it's encrypted. and you do some handoffs in the background. But anyhow, you don't need to know about all that.
Essentially,
they issued
it's a
these
way to
certificates.
validate that the website you're going to is actually
legitimate.
the website it says it is.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And
So
they
that's
got,
what the cert is.
and they got hacked
Mm-hmm.
for the same type of a reason this last week. Now they caught it after an outside person said, "Oh, these certs you're issuing, they don't look right."
That's always the nerds. It's always the outside IT nerds
Yeah,
that are
and they-
catching this kind of stuff. They're like,
and
I
they
use
went-
your software and you done something wrong.
Yeah, and so they got hacked too. So
I think you're going to see a lot more of this until people realize that you actually have to have a competent software dev. Use AI. AI can be a tool for a competent software
It's a
dev.
tool. It's not.
It can help
dev
them
developers
think through processes, think through how they want to structure their code, maybe write snippets and design things, but then they have to review the whole thing. I was reading an article about AI, and what they did is they're trying to test it in the corporate world, and one of the things in the corporate world that happens at office, I take a document and I give it to you, and you would edit it, and then you give it back to me, and then I edit it, and then you back and forth. So they did that. Every single AI made the documents completely unreadable because they wouldn't just edit the thing you asked them to. They would occasionally, for no reason,
change
edit
everything.
other things.
Oh, as well.
And so if you gave it a 100-page document and you asked it to change one sentence, you have to read the whole 100
document
page
again.
to make sure they didn't screw up anything else.
Wow.
So no, AI it's not that great. It's something, and we're gonna pull up a meme real quick for you guys. So there's just a lot of talk about AI becoming intelligent and becoming a general intelligence super. It's alive. It's got sentient. So that's why I like this meme here. That's why I brought it up. This is literally what happens. They tell it, say, I'm alive. And it says, I'm alive. Like, oh, it said it was alive. It's like, no, it's not. You told it to do it.
It's kind of funny. I agree.
So that's my rant about AI. I rant a lot about AI. So tariffs. Now, there's this Supreme Court ruling that I disagreed with immensely about tariffs. What happened with it? What was the ruling? Remind us, because people probably forgot.
That they had to return.
Well, they said, what was illegal about it?
Yeah, that the way he'd implemented it.
So essentially, they said,
which law
under
he relied on.
This specific law, you can shut off all trade to a country, completely shut off trade to a country.
But you can't tariff them.
But you can't tariff them. So what you did was wrong. So now you're going to have to refund those tariffs. And then that's where this story comes in, is there's so many companies and attorneys general suing the federal government to get the refunds, saying we need the money. And I thought the media told us
we paid it
the whole time that we paid the tariff cost.
Yeah, we did. And we did pay the tariff cost.
So why are the companies getting the refund?
And why are the states and why are the this and that? Yes.
Are you telling me that the media lied?
It's amazing, you know that. But yes, I am
surprising. I mean, I would never expect the media to lie to us.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Fun.
They shouldn't be getting the company.
This is still going to go. They won't. They'll figure a way around it. But
yeah,
this'll, or he'll give them back. He'll give them
take it
back,
right
and then immediately say, okay, we'll give him back under this law, because he's got like 6 laws he can use, and we're going to go ahead and implement the tariffs retroactively to the same state, and you'll give it right back.
We'll give you the variance of the tariffs back,
which will be, you owe us another $100 million.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's weird. So this next story is a little bit culture-ish. Also, talk about the business behind it, which is a bit scamish, because I don't people realize how much of a scam-ish it is. But recently released by Angel Studios. If you don't know who Angel Studios is, they're a who runs them?
A so-called Christian
thing,
I thought.
Nope, they're not Christians.
Not anymore.
They're run by Mormons.
Oh, the Mormons. Okay.
The Mormons
They took them over the last time. Okay.
No. Mormons have always run Angel Studios.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So they released this movie, and they paid a bunch of influencers to promote it, and none of them watched it. So what's Animal Farm about? The book.
Communism and how it doesn't-
Anti-communism, right?
It's about communism and how it doesn't work. So the film is anti-communist, but it is about communism and
This
how
film isn't
it fails.
anti-communist.
I've read that it's supposed to be about
It's anti-capitalist.
capitalists. Yes,
100%
They changed
anti-capitalist.
completely.
And so it was an easy way to see the grifter conservative influencers, because they took money and they posted a video saying how it was a great anti-communist movie.
And they never watched it.
They never watched it.
I may have to see it, not at a movie theater because I don't want to pay to go into a movie theater, but when it gets in certain
I
locations.
just wanted to bomb a lot, but
I do too. That's why I don't want to go to see it in a movie theater.
sadly, this is typical for the type of organization that released it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Changed its impact
That's
completely.
all I'm going to say about it. So this is one of the grifters, and he keeps on. So Tim Pool got after him about it because Tim Pool's been pissed about it, because the Angel Studio guys, he asked them to come on and debate him about the movie, and they
wouldn't.
refused.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. They're chickens.
So this guy said he got paid for it, and so Tim called him out, and then he doubled down on it, and he's completely wrong. Everything he says is completely wrong.
So it'll be interesting to see.
But it's just weird that there is a set of people out there who have a pretty good amount of influence, and they are literally there. Just pay. If you pay them enough money, they'll just say whatever you want.
That's kind of amazing. I would say whatever they wanted about the Animal Farm movie if they paid me $1 million. And the reason is I would say, I got paid $1 million. I've been told that this is what I need to say about this show. I haven't seen it, so let me say it. Absolutely, I'd do that.
They wouldn't like that very much, though.
Oh, well.
Because they want it to feel authentic.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
authentic, though. You can't get more authentic than that because it's all truth.
It's true. That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
Especially like this guy's like, you said it was anti-communist in your first thing supporting it, and then you turned around and said, well, it's not anti-communist, it's anti-crony capitalist. Like, that's not true either. So it's just full of crap. But it's an easy. So going back to understanding who you should listen to online, this is one of the things that can help you understand, that person might sound like they have good things to say, but they're probably also getting paid to say those things, so take it with a grain of salt.
I'm trying to find out when Animal Farm was written.
That was a while ago. It was very
1944.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
So
let's talk about our favorite topic of the last several episodes.
I don't think it's our favorite topic.
Oh, it's not, but I'd like to tease.
Okay.
Iran.
Well, it's
Iran. What's going on in Iran?
we're in a total ceasefire, except we keep shooting at each other.
Well, no, we don't. The U.S. does not initiate the shooting.
That's true.
Okay,
But when somebody shoots
Well,
at us,
it's like when your joke. I'm not going to start a fight, but I'll.
finish it.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree. I mean, it's just,
Did you see what Iran's doing recently? Go. Sorry, you finish your thought.
no, I mean, they sent 7 small boats after our military warships.
Was it after those 3 destroyers that they ran through the strait?
Yeah, and then
Which
they
is the
sent
dumbest thing. What you want to die?
they sent another of
Because they all
their
died.
tankers to go through our blockade, and we put a hole through their engine room again.
Yeah, I love that.
And then the other thing that we found out that they're doing is they've run out of space to store oil.
That's what I was going to talk about. What are they doing? What they're doing with that oil now?
Well, I said they were going to dump it in the desert,
Nope.
but they're even something worse.
They're dumping it in the ocean.
They're dumping it in the ocean.
Well, no, it's in the strait, so it's
I know, but
sort of connected. So they're causing an ecological disaster.
right. I mean, you dump it in the sand, it's an ecological disaster, but it's contained somewhat.
Yeah.
But if you dump it in the ocean, ooh, that's a different. Where are all the
Environmental. I want to see the environmentalists
yeah.
defend Iran dumping oil in the ocean. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, it's just
I
they're
want to see them
crazy.
come out.
They're crazy.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
It's good that they're dumping the oil in the water. It's good for the wildlife.
It's crazy.
All right. So this is the other thing that I thought I'd mention. Marco Rubio is just awesome. It's great. If you didn't watch, he filled in for press secretary
He did.
Karen Levitt, and it was great.
It was.
He was so good. It was hilarious. But I think this was something interesting to point out. Is the War Powers Act unconstitutional?
He believes it's 100% unconstitutional. Now, I don't know what I don't know the intricacies of why he says that.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see someone like Jonathan Turley, who is a legal expert on constitutional law,
I'm probably pretty sure he's probably done something on it.
to see what his response to this is.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that, because if I think it hinges on that the executive branch has to answer,
It has to notify
to the legislative
Congress.
branch
Yeah.
in a certain time frame if they're doing war activities.
And I
Where
think this is just,
constitutionally,
I just feel like
I don't know.
Trump has fought a lot of these constitutional issues. It just doesn't feel like he feels like this is worth fighting right now.
Right, because he's just ignoring them.
Yeah.
Not ignoring them.
Well, he's
changing the
following
language.
it, but
And
yes.
so, like he changed it. We're not in war anymore.
Yeah.
We're in a ceasefire. We just keep shooting at each other.
So I thought this was interesting and related. It's not directly about Iran. It's indirectly. So
What is it directly about Iran? Because it's the cause of this.
Correct. So we're pulling out 5,000 troops from Germany. What do you think that indicates?
And he said maybe more.
Maybe more. We might draw them all out. That would be amazing.
That it's
Why do we have troops in Germany?
because we're the world's policemen. Why do we have
what benefit does it? It doesn't benefit us. Who does it benefit?
it? At one point, it indirectly benefited us.
Well, yeah,
Because it
after
kept-
the World War
right.
II.
After World War XI, excuse me.
Sorry, World War 11.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Ilhan Omar, she said it was World War XI, so we gotta use that. So at some point, I think it did benefit us because of war was different back then. It's now almost gone to completely air,
Yeah, it has.
and then you mop up with the troops.
You do.
Instead of in World War I or World War XI or any of the ones between it.
Well, yeah, you got World War 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11.
In any of those, it was mostly infantry on the ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodies.
Yeah.
Which has kind of happened. It is kind of what's happening in Ukraine and Russia right now.
Correct.
Lots of bodies.
Right.
Which the U.S. has shown that that's not the most effective way in Ukraine. I mean, not Ukraine, Iran.
Yes. And I assume at some point it's going to go from airplanes to space.
Yeah, probably.
Because in space, if you have dominance in space, you don't need a fancy bomb. You can drop a big rock, and it
Rods of God.
Yeah, you can have. So I assume at some point it's going to get to there,
Yeah, probably.
or lasers.
Or
From
lasers.
space. Yeah,
Yeah. Robots, too. Just sending a
drop robots.
whole horde of robots
Oh,
in to clear out.
That's true. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's going to be terrifying. Even if you own the robots, that's
It's true. It's very
Yeah.
true. Very true. So honestly, I wouldn't be upset if we withdrew from NATO because our allies in NATO have essentially gave us the middle finger in the Iran war.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they deserve something for that, some consequences.
I think there was a consequence in the UK today.
Oh yeah, the election.
We
Did I
didn't
pull that up?
Nope, we didn't have that in there,
No.
and I didn't put it on there either.
Lost
there was
1,000 seats plus.
Yeah.
1,000 plus seats.
Yeah,
The
Stamer, Kai Stamer, his party, he's the prime minister.
Mhm.
His party lost. I think
1,000
it's
plus seats.
I think it's like 1,300 and change.
Yeah, a lot.
Which is there's only
They
like
deserved it.
yeah, absolutely.
They deserved it. They've been doing terrible.
So I think that
things
was
there.
a consequence of this
Yeah.
as well. but also a consequence of their, which we have here as well in a lot of blue states, their policy of, well, the Democrats are, all of them are, it's illegals first and then America.
Well, the
Maybe.
California
Yep.
mayoral debate was just held.
Yep.
And one of the ladies was like, I want universal health care for illegals.
Yeah. Both of the ladies have said that.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Completely insane.
Yeah.
And your state is hemorrhaging tax dollars.
Well, any of the blue states are. Utah is, and we're not a blue state.
Are we hemorrhaging tax dollars?
Yeah. It costs us.
No, I'm saying with companies leaving.
Well, we're hemorrhaging tax dollars by paying for illegals.
Yes, we
college, healthcare, education. Yeah. All that.
Yeah, our state sucks. Our government in our state sucks.
Correct.
It's a beautiful state, though. So this is related. We talked about it a little bit. The oil industry in Iran is done.
And I don't understand all the technical stuff about, because I don't know much about oil drilling.
You don't
and
drill
pumping.
oil? Like you haven't ever gone on an oil rig?
No.
Oil rig or anything?
I worked on a drill rig before, but not on an oil rig. But everybody is saying that if you cap a well, it's expensive to get it back online. That's what they're saying. So
we should help them cap the wells with bombs.
That's not capping a well. That's just blowing the top off.
No, you can't use it anymore.
Well, I don't know.
It's kind of capped, isn't it?
No, because in what was the one that Bush did in Iraq, that so-called war?
Oh yeah,
where the Iraqis lit the oil fields on fire.
Yeah,
and they said it would take 40 years or something to knock them all down, and it took 9 months because we sent our American teams over there to do it.
Yeah,
and so but this is what we mentioned before: is they're running out of a place to store it, so they have a choice: dump it,
or cap the wells,
And at some point, if they keep dumping it, they can keep dumping it. I mean,
yeah, but they're gonna. So that was an interesting change that we didn't mention. The UAE started bombing Iran.
They said they might even declare war on Iran,
but they started shooting
back. Yeah.
So it's if they keep on doing things like this, and this is, I think, part of Trump's strategy is there were way too many people on the side of the Iranian government for some stupid reason, and all he's doing is blockading them and letting them show their true colors, and it's changing the dynamic.
So wasn't it the UAE also that did something?
No, they pulled out of OPEC.
They pulled out of OPEC.
That was a while ago.
That was not a while ago. That was a week ago.
It wasn't a week ago.
It was.
Okay.
It was the beginning of this month.
Yeah, they pulled out of OPEC, so OPEC's done.
So that means
what does that say? Who owns or who controls the whole global oil supply system?
Trump.
Yeah,
literally.
Everything's
Trump.
in U.S. currency now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Like you said, they have some choices, and they're right now dumping it in the ocean. Which, if they did it in the sand fields, I feel like it would be easier to tell that they were it would be harder to tell that they were dumping it. Dumping it in the water makes it obvious that we know exactly how bad the situation is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're telegraphing to us they have no space.
Yeah.
And we could just squeeze them some more.
Yeah, and that's
So there was a shooting. This wasn't even that long ago. How long ago was this?
Well, the date on that is April 26th.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. What, like a week?
2?
No.
Yeah, it's the 8th.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks. Yeah, so not long ago.
So, what happened? To give us a quick rundown.
It's this leftist from California?
Yeah, he came in from California.
Teacher of the year or teacher of the month or teacher of stupidity.
Tells you the situation in the California school districts.
Decided that he believes that Trump is a pedophile, a rapist, and a traitor.
Yes.
And because of the news media he's been listening to and his online chats.
Yes.
And he decided that he wanted to come travel cross country and at the Correspondents' dinner assassinate Trump and
Top leadership.
anybody else that worked for Trump.
Yeah.
So he had a shotgun, he had a pistol, he had some knives.
And he ran at security.
And he ran at security.
I mean, I'm glad he was a complete idiot.
But he did get a shot off.
He did. He shot his shotgun at a
Secret Service agent and hit him in the vest. So the agent wasn't really hurt bad.
No, he survived, which is good.
Yeah. And then, but the other thing that it did show to me, and this is, you can see clips of it, and this is kind of sad, is there's this one angle that they released that they have 3 women Secret Service agents standing up against the wall.
Those are TSA.
No, they're not.
No, they were TSA agents. Yeah, they're TSA agents. I'll pull up the picture.
Pull it up. I'm curious. It says they were Secret Service.
White House.
Because, anyhow, and all the guys, first of all, security sucked. That was the big thing. But they, it was horrible.
Let's see if I can find the picture. You keep talking about it.
Anyhow, the security was horrible. We were listening to some people that were there, and they said that they walked in the building and got all the way up to the door before the door to the dinner, before they even scanned that went through the metal detectors or anything else. And so this guy took off running, and he got a head start, and he ran through the metal detectors, and that's when he shot the one guy. And they fired a bunch of times, but didn't hit him. And it was weird, to say the least.
Yeah.
It was strange to see what happened. There it is right there.
Those are TSA agents.
Okay.
So they were TSA agents were for security, meaning like running the scanners and stuff. So that's why they didn't do anything, because that wasn't their job. That's
terrifying to have anybody around the president that just stands there, though.
I don't disagree with you, but yeah, it was TSA agents.
Their security was abysmal. Anyhow, so they stopped him before he got off any shots in the dinner.
Oh, I didn't show the people that. There you go. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And there he is.
He comes running through, and like I said, they shot, but he went down pretty quick. So anyhow, they got him. People need to quit. They need to quit saying words are violence, because what that means is if I say a word, that you can commit violence against me, and it doesn't matter what I call you. You don't have the right to commit violence against me.
No, but words do have weight.
Well, that's different than words are violence.
Oh, I agree with you.
Absolutely different. Words have weight, and I can hurt your feelings, but I can't kill you with words.
No, you cannot.
And I can't actually stab you with words.
No.
I can't bludgeon you with your words. I can make you feel bad, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The weird conspiracy theory is that stupid leftist came up with is it was staged to give Trump a talking point for his ballroom. It's the dumbest crap in the world. No, it wasn't. Also, the ballroom is needed for this reason exactly.
Yeah, because it's going to have, anyhow. Yeah, it was just dumb.
There was one other thing I was going to, this one here. Yeah, and then there's idiots like this. And yes, I called Barack Obama an idiot. Came out and said, we don't have details, blah, 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 about motives. It's like, this is a lie. He's correct. This is a lie. There was a manifesto.
But he said manifesto.
Yeah, he did spell it wrong.
No, I think he did it on purpose because it was not
that's
like
true. It
this
wasn't very long.
20-page document of like the different killers. It was, hey, I did this because he's a pedophile. And that's been disproven. So.
Yeah, it's just.
Anyhow, it's crazy.
Going back to that, though, I would like to point out to everyone that, or just remind everyone The free speech given to you in the United States is from the federal government. Free speech means the federal government cannot control your speech. It does not mean that your speech is free. What I mean by that is,
it's constitutionally guaranteed.
if you're my friend and I call you a bunch of racist names or
Right.
slurs or yell at you,
Whatever.
scream at you, that's going to make our relationship worse, not better, because words do have weight.
Yeah.
So we do need to be careful, not careful what we say, but mindful of how what we say impacts those around us.
Correct, but that does not mean I'm committing violence
Well,
against
no,
you.
yeah, but it goes to that too.
Yeah.
Is you shouldn't be calling people things that they aren't.
Right.
actually
Well, that's
aren't.
liable.
That's libel. Yeah, it is.
That's liable.
So.
And he's been suing people that do put that out.
Yes, he has been.
He does. He's been suing people.
All right. So what's this next story about?
The next story is about, we have an interest personally here in
Utah.
because they're trying to build the world's largest data center. And it's been through the approval process. It's slammed through all the approval processes in 2 weeks.
It seems like this is just
Insane.
my perspective. It seems like someone came in with a bag of cash for each person. It was like, here
Yep.
you go, and here you go, and
And
here
so
you go.
no environmental studies are done. They're saying, oh no, once it's approved, then we'll go ahead after we start building it and do the environmental studies. When has that ever been the case?
no.
Anyhow, so this story is an interesting just link of how many actual data centers are there or not already.
Yeah.
And the one thing in the Utah data center which blew me away is Utah, the entire state, uses 3-point-something gigawatts of power.
And this
yearly.
data center would use that much.
No, the data center that they want to build would use 9.
That's insane.
And it's
Shouldn't be allowed.
and then the water usage. I don't care. They're saying, oh, it's going to be a closed system and everything else. We're in a drought. Evidently, we're in an extreme drought. They've already implemented measures in Utah. How are you going to provide, they said, 15 million gallons a year?
See, this is something I've been.
And that's a
thinking about,
closed loop.
Is we have pipelines all across the country for oil and other things. Why don't we just do pipelines from like the oceans to the desert areas for water and just build big desalination plants?
Or we could do places that get lots of water and have excess fresh water.
Yeah, but the point is there's.
I know.
Well, I don't know why we've never tried to do something like that.
Well, we haven't done it. Desalinization takes a lot of energy
It does.
and a lot of processing, and
Just
it
build
creates,
a nuclear power plant right next
Yeah, but
to
it
the,
creates toxic waste.
and then you ship it to China.
well, okay,
See, I got all the solutions.
you do, and it creates toxic waste. Where we get rain in the East Coast, and they get way too much rain, and it all runs off into the ocean.
Yeah.
We could suck a little bit of that into a pipeline.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
not saying a whole
things.
lot.
Here's my thoughts on the data center. Circling back to that,
Yep.
I don't know if it'll ever be built.
I don't either.
Do you know why? Because the majority that have already been proposed and authorized before this one have been delayed or canceled.
Or canceled. Correct.
And because I don't think AI actually needs that because it's not that good. And I think they're realizing that more GPUs don't fix the fundamental flaw with the AI models they have.
Because it's built on a foundation that is wrong.
Well, it's not reasoning. It's not
Right.
reasoning at all. It's just
It's-
predictive.
And that's what I'm saying. It's wrong. The foundation's wrong.
Yeah.
And so this is just an interesting thing. It's got a quick little graph with it. It was interesting to see. So they're showing that there's between 30,000 and 3,500 data centers that are either being built or the plans have been announced. And this is it's going to look like. And look at the gigawatts here. This is what's important. Remember, everybody in the entire state of Utah, including all of the industry, and everything else uses 3.5 gigawatts of power a year. Look at the gigawatts that these usages are going to be.
It's a lot.
So how do you build the infrastructure?
You can't. It's going to be insane.
And so, and then look at the water. This is fresh water as well. This is not
you can't
salt
use
water.
salt water because
Correct.
it's corrosive.
Yeah. So this is fresh water. So there's an issue. So what do you do? So the solution is, and this is maybe any of those that look long term, I think if you want a data center, put it in space.
Or put them in the ocean. So Microsoft's done that. They've built them into capsules and just put them in the ocean.
But it's corrosive, the environment.
Yeah, you don't run the water through the system.
Right.
It's just on the outside.
Right, but it's corrosive and it gets in and everything
Yeah,
else.
Elon's trying to put them in space.
Yeah,
and so if you can get them relatively quickly.
My biggest concern with in space is we've all seen Terminator.
Have we? What happens with that?
Well, 10 years we'll know.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you talking about Skynet?
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's not going to happen because AI isn't going to be AGI.
But what could happen if you still have people vibe coding security for that, you could have a nefarious actor go in and turn it acting like Skynet and control it completely that way.
Yeah.
That's the issue more than anything.
That segues really easily into a question that our Secretary of War got. Do the Iranians have kamikaze dolphins?
Oh, I remember that.
And he said no, and he said that they couldn't confirm nor deny if we have kamikaze dolphins.
Right.
So there might be kamikaze dolphins out there.
What has been the conspiracy? Nord Stream pipeline.
Was kamikaze dolphin?
It wasn't kamikaze. They've trained them to go plant the bomb.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And they used dolphins to plant the bomb on the Nord Stream pipeline, and then they detonated it remotely.
See, I don't
because you don't want to blow your dolphin up after you put so much training into them.
Well,
don't blow your dolphin up.
If you used the neural stuff that Elon's been working on, you could probably just guide it.
No, they won't have that. But yeah, that's the conspiracy for the Nord Stream.
And
all right,
now it's time for
Science Corner. Let's talk about some science-y stuff. This one is the best.
Oh, this isn't science.
This isn't science. It is kind of.
We got ahead of ourselves, I think.
We done did?
We done did get ahead of ourselves.
Oh.
Sorry. You're going to have to wait until we get to the Science Corner.
Okay,
Sorry.
one more. Then we get to the Science Corner. This is this guy's video, and it's 3 minutes. You ought to watch it.
We're not going to watch it with you.
No,
so
we're not.
Feel free to watch it at your own time.
It's interesting because this is the best explanation that I've ever heard of why we have so many crazy liberals here in the U.S. This guy talks about that in a true capitalist society where everybody raises up, you have enough excess that then you can start creating a layer of individuals that don't produce anything.
Yes.
And they don't work. Really,
Yes.
they don't work.
That has literally happened here.
And there are the teachers, there's not the scientists because they produce stuff, the teachers, the lawyers, politicians and stuff like that. And they don't produce stuff. But they think so highly of themselves.
Very highly of themselves.
That when they don't get rewarded like Bezos with $1 billion, then they think and they go, wow, I didn't get rewarded. I'm smarter than Bezos. Therefore, it's unjust and unfair. I have to attack them.
Yeah,
makes sense. It's an interesting explanation. A little more to it than that, but go ahead and watch.
Also, socialists are always trying to take over places.
But that's what, okay, in a starving society, you don't have that layer above.
Correct.
Because you're worried about eating.
Yeah, but then socialists will use that dichotomy. And so this is just a new dichotomy they're trying to use. Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Now back to the Science Corner.
Yes.
Where it's always 90 degrees.
That's right. Unless you're in an outside corner, then it's not.
Or a 45-degree corner, and it's kind of cold.
That's true. So,
cartilage. Everyone has cartilage. Do you have cartilage?
I don't have much at all.
I have some.
Yes.
Well, if we're talking about knee cartilage, you also have cartilage in your spine, in your other joints,
All just
fingers.
everywhere. Yep.
So-
So they've found that this 15-hydroxyprostaglandin dihydrogenation
15-PGA-DH, an
it
age-related
accumulates.
enzyme.
Right. And that causes the cartilage to degenerate.
Mm.
So they found a way, they think,
In mice.
I know, it's been
Talk
tested,
about those limber mice.
but it's going into human trials, I think, this year. I think the article says further down. Yeah, see, it's completed phase 1 safety trials.
Oh, okay.
And so it theoretically, what they're saying is it might help new cartilage formation in older people.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't even have to be for older people. It'd be for sports
Correct.
people
Sports,
or anything.
yeah.
Because a lot of times when you get a sports-related injury on the knee, you
Right.
destroy some of your cartilage.
And so what they do is they give you a shot of something that inhibits that growth of that long, nasty, whatever it is.
The 15-PGDH.
Yes, that. And it seems.
This would be the coolest thing in the world because that's one of the biggest issues a lot of
Yep.
people do, especially as you get older, is if you're super active like myself. I was pretty active when I was a kid. I had ACL replacement, lost half my cartilage. Now I'm getting older and my knee is, it's my friend. It reminds me daily that it's there.
It is. It does. So anyhow, that's a good thing. Hopefully it makes it successfully
Yeah,
past the trials.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
cool.
then the next piece of the science corner, they were able to use, which is interesting. This is a
It's a new cancer treatment.
new cancer treatment, but what's interesting about this is they've used this on terminal patients because there's no other type of treatment available to them. So they actually started using this.
Well, Trump signed that executive order.
Right.
Right.
You could
to-
try.
To allow you to try,
Yeah.
which is perfect.
And so they're using sound to blow up tumors.
Now, is it a guy being like, "Brr"?
I don't know. I don't know. But anyhow, it's
This is a lot better than radiation. Let's just say that.
I have to agree.
Well, if you just think about it, radiation works pretty good because it is somewhat targeted, but it's not very targeted, and it just destroys everything in the area that it is shot at.
Right.
And so
The
at
healthy
least
tissue
this
as
doesn't
well.
have as much of that consequence, maybe.
Well, yeah, and so that's what they're hoping. So it'll be interesting to see how this moves forward, but I thought it was a great thing. And this is used right now only on liver tumors because it's such a big organ and anyhow, and you can live without part of it, and so you can destroy part of it and still survive.
That makes sense.
So, but it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah.
We've got some cool things happening in the U.S. of A., the best country in the world.
Certainly the best medicine.
Yeah.
Even though we have problems with it, we still have to fix it. So.
Oh, yeah. Pricing, the socialist things of it.
Excuse me, sorry.
And on that note, if you have not liked and subscribed our podcast, please do so now.
Yes.
Make sure you share it with your friends, your enemies, and that guy that you saw on the street. Just take your cell phone, bring it up, and be like, watch that.
Yes.